सच्चिदानंद सद्गुरु साईनाथ महाराज की जय. Baba's words were always short, deep, full of meaning, efficient and well balanced. Baba spoke about the power of Maya. Lord Shri Krishna had said to Uddhava in the Bhagavad that the saints are his living forms, and see what Baba had said for the welfare of his devotees. Those who are fortunate and those whose demerits have vanished take my worship. If you say Sai, Sai, I shall take you over the seven seas. Believe in these words and you will certainly be benefited. I do not need any paraphernalia of worship, either eightfold or 16-fold. I rest where there is full devotion. Bhima Ji Patil was a well-to-do person. He was hospitable to everyone. He never said anything bad and was always a cheerful disposition. In 1909, Bhimaji was miserable. He started having cough and tuberculosis. He developed high temperature and became a bedridden patient. He lost vigor. His limbs weakened. He became thinner. All kinds of treatments were tried. All rites and rituals were performed. Doctors and Vaidyas gave up. He lost hope of survival and remained dejected. Doctors tried. Hakims tried. All remedies failed. Nobody could do anything. When it comes to mind, he sends difficulties one after the other and makes a person remember him and call out, "O Narayan, come running to my help." His intense and piteous cries were heard. Gods were moved. Bhimaji was inspired to send a letter to Nana. Remembrance of Nana was itself inspired by Sainath. It paved the path of the destruction of the disease. Indeed, the saint's deeds are unpredictable. In reply, he suggested one remedy: surrender to Sai's feet. This is the only saving grace. He grants whatever anyone asks. This is his creed. Therefore I say, make no haste. Take Baba's darshan. Patil's plight was unbearable. He had arrived at a perilous state of life. When will I meet Sainath? When will I accomplish this task? He thought. Thus Patil became bewildered. He asked that the preparations to be made quickly for the departure to Shirdi the very next day. The cart arrived in front of the gate of the courtyard of the masjid, and 4 persons held Bhimaji and carried him up to the steps. Nana Sahib was there. Madhavrao also came along. Everyone found Sai's feet more accessible through that of Madhavrao. Bhimaji put his head at the feet of Sai and said, "O Sainatha, have pity on this helpless creature. Protect me, O caretaker of the weak." Seeing Patil's plight, Sainatha took pity on him. Patil felt assured that his sufferings had come to an end. Seeing Bhimaji so restless, Sai Samartha, the ocean of mercy, was greatly moved and smilingly said, "Sit down and stop worrying. Wise people do not worry. No sooner you stepped into Shirdi, you are destined that your miseries have got over. However deeply immersed the ocean of trouble or buried deep in the valley of miseries, know that when he climbs the steps of the Masjid Mai, he will ride on the wave of happiness. Ill health or good health, it's a question of whether the store of good deeds is exhausted or that of sins." He had said that the disease is only because of his previous birth and death cycle. This is the rule applied to the cycle of birth and death. There is no other remedy or freedom from it other than undergo these sufferings. But if by good fortune one can get darshan of a saint, this is one certain means to cure the illness and heal it without suffering. Bala Ganpat Shimpi suffered much from a malignant type of malaria. He tried all sorts of medicines and decoctions, but in vain. The fever did not reduce, so he ran to Shirdi and fell on Baba's feet. Baba gave him a strange recipe in this case. Give a black dog some morsels of rice mixed with curd in front of a Lakshmi temple. He went home and found rice and curd. After mixing it together, he bought the mixture near the Lakshmi temple and found a black dog waving its tail. He placed the curd and rice before the dog. The dog ate it, and strange to say, Bala got rid of his malaria. Seeing everything working out right, Bala was very pleased. He fed the dog with curd and rice and informed all this to Baba. Babu Sahib Bhuti had an attack of cholera and suffered from severe thirst. Dr. Pillai tried all sorts of remedies, but it could give him no relief. Then he went to Baba and consulted him as to what to drink that would allay his thirst and cure his disease. Baba prescribed an infusion of almonds, walnuts, and pistachio, a kind of dry fruit, boiled in sugar milk. This would be considered as a fatal aggravation of a disease by any doctor or physician. But in implicit obedience to Sai Baba's order, the infusion was administered, and strange to say that the disease was cured. Once, a Swami from Alandi came to Shirdi for a darshan of Sai Samartha. He arrived at Baba's dwelling. He suffered from a ear disease. Therefore, he was unwell and had insomnia. Though he had got himself operated, it was of no use at all. He experienced shooting pain beyond endurance. He could not do anything to control it. He thought of leaving and went to ask for blessings. He bowed down to the saints and Sai's feet and received Udiya's prasad. The Swami asked for blessings and said, "Always have mercy on me." It is the words of saints that act as a medicine. He who regards them as prasad can have need for nothing else. One kind glance from a saint can help a devotee to remove his disease. It is considered as prasad. There is nothing else as effective. Such was the greatness of a saint. How can I describe all his powers? His very nature was to oblige others, and he had love for all beings. Inconceivable and irrefutable is this miracle of yours, O Baba Sai. Patil stayed singing such praises for a month. He also gratefully remembered Nana's obligation. He returned being completely gratified. Thus he remained contented with the devotion and faith. In his gratefulness to Sai, he came to Shirdi often. There are many devotees who used to come to Shirdi often to show their gratitude to Sai Baba after their suffering was ended by the grace of Sai Baba. A few other stories are: Madhavrao Deshpande suffered from piles. Baba gave him a decoction of Sonamukhi pods. This relieved him. Then after 2 years the trouble again recurred, and Madhavrao took the same decoction without consulting Baba. The result was that the disease aggravated, but later on it was cured by Baba's grace. Kaka Mahajani's elder brother Gangadhar Pant suffered for many years from stomach pain. Hearing Baba's fame, he came to Shirdi and requested Baba to cure him. Baba touched his belly and said, "God will cure." From that time there was no stomach pain and he was completely cured. Nana Sahib Chandorkar also once suffered from intense stomach pain. He was restless whole day and night. Doctors administered syringes which produced no effect. Then he approached Baba, who told him to eat barfi, a kind of sweet meat with ghee. This recipe gave him complete relief. All these stories go to show that the real medicine that cured various diseases permanently was Baba's word and grace, and not any medicine or drugs. One needs no more than 2 hands and a head to show gratefulness to Sainath, if it is done with a steady mind and faith on him alone, to the exclusion of all others. Whoever is in difficulties performs Satyanarayana Puja if a certain calamity is averted or some boon is received. Later it became a custom in the village and people started observing Satya Sai Vrat one after the other. Hemat Pant surrenders to Sai and bows down to the saints. I encourage all Baba devotees to read the Sai Sat Charitra every day and soak in Baba bliss. Baba bless you. Om Sai Ram.